Dang.
Charlotte. I mean Riley. Oh.
Oh, we live. We are live, man. Welcome to another episode. Flagrant Two. X and Lou. Yo, we really gotta get some theme music, bro. We really this I can't stand you. Man, the season starts in like a week, right?
Yes, sir. I think it's like officially 6 days or something.
Shoot, we need to.
Officially 6 days. Get our shit together.
Yeah, we need to. We need to get our stuff together. I gotta pull up all my stuff, but yeah, man. Season starts in a week. What are you most excited about so far? Like, what are you most excited to see?
Most excited. Oh man, I ain't gonna lie. I'm excited about the young talent. I kind of just transitioned away from these top players. I love them, but at the end of the day, we know their time is coming. And for the past few years, I've been looking at the young boys, and those really been the thing that's like, yo,
give me two of the top young players that you're looking forward to see this shit.
I was always excited about the Thompson twins, so I'm gonna drop them two in the same, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
In the same one. I'm gonna say them, the Thompson twins.
They're in Toronto, right?
No. You way off. The Detroit and then Houston. Asar Thompson. Yeah, Asar Thompson's in Detroit.
There's two brothers that play on the same team though, right now.
I don't know. I only know Antetokounmpo. He bringing the whole family in.
No, I know about Antetokounmpo. I was thinking somebody else. But anyways, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I don't know anybody else, but I'm gonna put them in two, and then we always gotta talk about the motherfucking big dog.
Nah, Wemby looking like he's looking. No, first of all, I gotta have like a heart to heart with what's his face, Spoofy head, because he got nutmeg. Something serious, bro. That nutmeg was like that was like the best nutmeg I've ever seen.
That's so embarrassing because the man is 7'5" and he's doing Trae Young moves.
Bro, he did the behind the back, seeing him hing through the legs. Yo, bro. You too. First of all, he's too big to be nutmegging you.
Too big.
he's way too big, bro. He way too big.
To complete it, like I could see a big man doing it and then falling, throwing the ball so far out of bounds or something. But he completed it.
Nah, he completed it, and with the nice dump off pass.
Yeah,
that's crazy. Yeah, I'm not feeling it.
That's not even a crazy play. I was thinking about the one I was thinking. It was the one that his teammate missed. It was a corner three, but he threw the behind the back pass from under the basket.
Yeah,
to the corner.
He's special to be that tall and to do the things that he could do on the floor. That's crazy.
It's bananas.
That's crazy.
Like, man, I ain't trying to jump on the Wemby train. You know what I mean? I still got to see, but because it's reminiscent to the young boy, the big dog, Zion Williamson. Like, yo, he's out there. He's fantastic, but can he stay out there?
Nah, so it's just you didn't send me that video. I was hating a little bit. I was hating just a little bit.
Preseason Zion is different, boy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm only hating because it's like, bro, like he got hyped up and he's so talented, but like it doesn't register to like being actually on the floor. Like, what's the point of having all that talent and you can't even be available?
Yeah, that's a fact.
That's crazy to me.
That's a whole.
All right, let's get into this, man. I sent you this. What was this? I sent you this, I think, on Tuesday. I sent you this.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna run through the list because I don't know if you agree with the list or not, but I'm a let's see. So Stephen A. top 10, then Shannon Sharp's top 10. So they both have Nikola Jokic at 1.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not mad at that one.
You can't be.
They have Giannis at 2. Well, Stephen A has Giannis at 2.
They both have him at 2.
Okay, oh yeah, I'm looking at 3 for some reason. But yeah, so they both at Giannis at 2. I'm not mad at that either. Then they got Joel Embiid. Shannon got Joel Embiid at 3. Stephen A got Steph at 3. That one is that one's debatable. That one's debatable.
You got the MVP, then you got the people's MVP who's playing at an MVP level. It's tough.
Yeah, it's tough. Then at number 4, Stephen A got Joel and Shannon got Luka. Now, this is where like Shannon kind of lost me. I love Luka. I think he's a hell of a player, but at 4, bro, at 4, I don't know. I can't see it at 4, bro. I can't.
I mean, were you thinking about it? Like I could see it, but I can't. I'm on the same train as you. I could sit there and be like, yo, Luke at 4 is crazy, but talent wise and overall how he operates out there, he's like, he's a top 5 player. He be balling for real.
Yeah.
But then it's like, yo, you put together everything from team success, play wise compared to the other players. You're like, I don't know. Does he really? He brings the talent and everything, but does he really bring the winning that the rest of these people are bringing?
Yeah. I mean, it's not just that though. One of the reasons why I wouldn't see him at 4, because although he may be top 5 at his position, we're talking about top 5 in the league. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can name 5 players right now that I feel is better than him. That's why I can't put him. I could put him top 10. I'll put him in the top 10. I'm not putting him in the top 5, bro. I'm not putting him in the top 5. So Stephen A has LeBron at 5, and Shannon has Steph at 5. Now, see, the only reason why I'm upset at this one is only because I felt like, given everything LeBron has done in the league, as much as I hate him, you have to give credit where credit is due. And for Shannon to put Luka ahead of LeBron is crazy to me.
And because it's Shannon.
Shannon is a LeBron, like, you know what I'm saying? He's a LeBron rider. Yeah, so that's crazy to me. All right, so 6, Shannon has Jason Tatum. Stephen A got Kevin Durant. Not really mad at that. No. 7, Shannon puts LeBron at 7, and Stephen A put Jason Tatum at 7. Again, I'm not mad at Jason Tatum being in the 6-7 spot, but LeBron being 7, you're telling me that I just don't see it. I don't see it. LeBron brings more value. I hate like defending LeBron, but it's the truth. LeBron brings more value to his team than probably everybody that's listed before him, which is crazy to me.
It's absolute fact.
Luka at 8 for Stephen A. KD at 8 for Shannon. I'm not mad at Luka being at number 8. I am a little bit mad at KD being at 8. I don't know. I still think KD right now, there's not a shooter better than KD in the league. I want to say shooter. Obviously, Steph Curry is the best shooter. Right, but I would say best scorer. There's not a better scorer than him. Like, when the chips is down, you need a bucket, he's gonna go out and get you a bucket. So I don't know. I'm not putting KD that far down the list. I mean, I'll probably have him outside my top 5, but he'll be at like 6.
Yeah, some 6 man, the top 5 of top 10. I mean,
now this is where it gets a little crazy, because they both put Sha at 9. Both of them put Sha. Now, I love Sha. You know, I'm high on Sha. I want Sha in New York. We'll never get him, but I want him in New York. Sha top 10 though. He hasn't shown enough.
I mean,
he hasn't shown enough. He hasn't shown that he's in that discussion where he could be with these top 10 players.
Because this is all right. we talking about that because I don't. Is he top 10? I feel you, but like, you know how you gotta always ask, who would you put there then?
I'll probably put D-Book before him. D-Book is questionable. I will put him up there. There's a lot of players that you could make the argument for that could be in the top 10 range, right?
Yeah, but that's the thing. If you could make the argument for them, how can't you make the argument for Shea? Because Shea was probably the best scorer in the league last season over D-Book.
I'll give you that, but you gonna put him over Dame?
Dame, come on.
That's what I'm saying. And Dame's not even on any of their lists. So that's what I'm trying to say.
But but the thing about it is just like, yo, what Shea was bringing to the court last season, like, I ain't gonna lie, he was bringing so efficient scoring, like, and he was open at 3-point line, like, come on.
No, like, I love
they
Shea.
All scorers. It's like, yo, we could sit there and be like, all right, because these guys are proving more. But last season, if we talk about, you know what I mean, last season, you talk about history of seasons, it's like, all right, cool, you'll pick those guys because they've been doing it more. But Shea been more efficient and crazy in this one season last season, and he showed that he was about to do it this season from the season before that.
I don't know.
So it's like I hear what you're saying based on names, but you know, like I said, I've been loving, you know, the young boys pulling up in the game, and these old dudes, they gotta get out of here. And Shea has been cooking, and he's well deserved. Put him in the top 10, man. I don't care what you say.
It's tough, man. All right, so put it this way, I'd put him at 10. If I had to put my list together, and he had to be there. He would be at 10 because who they both collectively have at 10 is AD, Anthony Davis. Now, I know Anthony Davis is Mr. Glass,
bruh,
Mr. Street Clothes, but healthy AD is fire.
Yeah.
As we always say, we're talking about young guys that could be looked at too. We're overlooking Anthony Edwards. We're overlooking Donovan Mitchell. We're overlooking. There's so many other players that could take that spot too. Now, I love Shea. I think Shea has probably, I don't want to say the highest ceiling out of all of them, but his ceiling is ridiculous. But so is Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell has shown that he can be clutch. He's shown that he could be the guy, the go-to guy. I'm not saying Shea hasn't, but I'm just saying that Donovan Mitchell has done it. He's there right now. So I would probably put Donovan Mitchell before Shea currently. But I don't know. Shea's knocking on the door, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah, I feel it. But, man, I don't know. You must not have been watching Shea last season like that, man.
I mean, I watched him during the Olympics. I was watching him ball out for Canada. He was going crazy. But, I mean, but I'm saying, like, if we're gonna, I don't like sitting on like a revisionist history type of thing where everything is kind of like, all right, well, he's done this and maybe he's been consistent in areas and inconsistent in other areas. But then when it really comes down to it, it's like you've only really shown me you show me bits and pieces of potential up until last year. Last year, you've actually shown the potential at a consistent clip. Coming into this season, I would have him knocking on the back door of the top 10 only because, like, I need to see you put it all the way together now. Now I need to see you lead your team. Now I need to see you guys take the next step. All right, well, what's the next step for them? Going to the playoffs.
And they got Chet, so you know.
That's what I'm saying. So I have him knocking on the door, bro. I don't have him in the top 10. I don't. I can't put him over. I can't put him over other guys, bro. Like, I can't. You still got Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown has been more consistent than him. I'm, you know, as far as defensively, I don't know about offensively left-handed, but I mean,
see what you're saying, like the package, like, you know what I mean? He got offense and defense, so I feel it. But offensively, Shea is so far above and beyond.
No, yeah, without a doubt.
It'll put them like at the similar level, like how you're trying to say, but I still would take Shea.
So Shea's in your top 10 currently.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I'm on some like I don't even touch these top 10 talks like that. But
Yeah,
as long as they had the top 5 where I see where it was like yo LeBron, people like that, I was like, all right, cool. Because the other people was like, yeah, they kind of falling off. You know what I mean? Like not falling off because KD was crazy, but you wouldn't think it. You'll think of him as a top 5 scorer, but overall player with what's going on, I'm like, man, listen, these other
that's what
players,
I'm saying.
it's tough.
KD's really not the same. Like, I mean, you'll
Nah.
get 3-level scoring out of him, but like the defense has fallen off. I want to say, decision making is kind of not all the way there right now. But I mean, I think he's still getting into a groove. And then now being on a new team, I mean, this is what his third team in
Like
4
a
years.
13.
So yeah, so you gotta gel with your teammates. You gotta know where everybody likes to be on the floor, pick your spots, and it's easy to say like from an offensive perspective, like like they could gel quickly, but defensively, it's much harder to have continuity and chemistry defensively than it is for offense. Because defensively, if I know where you're gonna be on the floor defensively, I don't have to worry about what's behind me. I don't have to worry about all I have to do is worry about what's in front of me. So if we do have to switch, I know that I'm good. Or if I'm not switching, I'm not handing off, I'm fighting over. I need to know what am I doing? Am I hedging? Am I going around? Am I fighting over? Like you have to know these things, and in order to have that defensively, you have to have chemistry with the person that you're on the floor with majority of the time. So I don't. It's gonna be tough. I think the Suns is gonna have like remember when Miami Heat when LeBron first got there and they lost like like 10 straight.
Yeah, he's on a losing streak, but
majority of that losing was defense. Them
just
not knowing
each other.
Yeah, learning exactly where they want to be on the floor, learning what defense kind of works and what fits. Are we going to be passing off? What are we going to be doing? So I think that's what's going to happen with Phoenix. They're going to figure it out. You got 82 games to figure it out. But I don't think it's just going to come all together. I mean, it's not like the Warriors adding KD. They already had the whole system in place. You're just adding one player with top end talent to that. This is damn near a whole new team outside of Devin Booker.
A whole new team because you took away your best playmaker and floor general and CP. You added another shooting guard and telling him, "Oh, yo, you got to learn how to truly be a point guard too." And he's gonna. And then we got D Book, so he's gonna play point guard a little bit too. But it's just like now, I gotta adjust to that, and it's the fact that Booker, he learned what he learned from CP, and you see he implemented some stuff, and he could pass decently, but it's just like it's not gonna be an offensive flow like they think. It's just, but they're gonna sit there and score because they're offensively talented.
Mm-hmm.
So they're gonna put up numbers, but it's not gonna be as if you had somebody who's a pure playmaker. Like even with the Brooklyn situation where they had Harden out there. They were all good because Harden he really fell into that playmaking role.
Yeah.
And but he showed from OKC in his rookie year, he could do that.
Yep.
These other two, they haven't really truly showed that. So now it's going to be a learning situation right there.
And then you got KD, who, although he's a willing passer, he's more of a pass me the ball because I'm going to score. Like it's not. I'm willing to pass it, but do I really need to pass it? Especially if the matchup is favorable. So it's gonna be tough, man. I think Phoenix is gonna be. That's like my team to watch because I wanna see because they're gonna have a lot of lows, and it's what's gonna happen out of those lows. I think that firing Monty Williams was a bad decision. I think Monty Williams is a hell of a coach. And I get why they fired him. They wanted a new voice. Maybe they felt like he was losing a locker room, but the thing is, the players respected him and they played above their means for him. You know what I'm saying? And I think it was more of they wanted more out of DeAndre Ayton. Well, guess what? He's not there no more. So firing the coach who didn't want Ayton in the first place,
just for
now
y'all to get rid of Ayton.
just
It's
for y'all
just
to get
like,
rid of him, and it sucks. It sucks, and I feel for Monty. You know, and I hope you know, he continues his career and has as a great career head coaching. But I mean, it's tough. I think Monty would have been able to not only get those guys in great spots and in great positions to be able to win, but he also he was type defensively, like coaching wise, he was type defensively gifted too. Getting guys in
yeah,
the right spots. You're making sure guys are not overmatched. He had Devin Booker playing good defense.
solid defense. Yep.
Yeah. So I don't. It's tough, man. It's tough. This is gonna be the team that I'm really looking forward to watching, only because I want to see when the chips is down and their backs are against the wall, how are they gonna respond? Like the Heat ended up responding by going to the finals. How are they gonna respond? But speaking of Chris has started almost every game this preseason.
Yeah.
And I think Draymond's been out. I think that's the only reason why he's really started, because it's been
No, that's
long
the only reason.
wigs. So you're playing around with this idea with him starting, and I get that you want him to gel with the starters. That way you could bring him in. But it's like, shouldn't you just start him off the bench if that's already going to be the game plan?
I ain't gonna lie. This right here, this is just another variation, and it's the line because it was fire when it first started, but now the death lineup thing, this is supposedly another version of it, and it's a small ball lineup. But guess what? When it comes to all those lineups was something that came in, ran in at spots where it was like a 7-minute game plan where they would come in, wipe them off the floor with that. But it was only ran for like a good 7 or 8.
Yeah, it wasn't ran that long. They literally,
This,
I think when they put the death lineup numbers together, like for the
Mhm.
entire season when KD was there, it was only ran. I think they only averaged 6 minutes on the floor all together in a small death lineup.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just like that's something you gotta implement for certain times. You can't have that out all the time, because the thing about it, with having CP out there, that means Steph Curry gets bumped up defensively.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what you don't want, because now he has to play somebody a little bit bigger than him.
But I
Who
wouldn't even
probably just
consider that a death lineup, though. Think about it, though. I mean, when you look at the
you
death
consider
lineup,
Jordan Poole, right? You consider
no,
Iguodala.
but Jordan Poole could create his own shot on all three levels, whereas
Yeah.
CP can only create a shot on one level, and that's the mid range.
Okay, but the thing about it is the original death lineup had Iguodala in it. If you're gonna consider that one a death lineup, you gotta still consider this one.
Okay.
You have to.
Okay. But do you feel with Chris Paul on the floor, does it slow down the offense a little bit more for the Warriors?
No, because at the end of the day, this is a smart guy, and he's just gonna play in their system. And if you watch the preseason games, even the last game where they went, it was a game winner by Steph Curry, and I was surprised because I'm like, yo, did the season start already? And I didn't know, because why is he in at the fourth quarter?
Yeah. I was
threw me
surprised.
off. But then I seen who they was playing against, and I'm like, all right, maybe they wanted to throw it at the, you know what I mean? Make sure them young boys know, like, yo, I understand you got our system, and you know what I mean? You're doing what you do, but we still the boys who started this. So I could sit there and see that. But when you watch that game, Chris Paul was truly on some Draymond, and he was really getting Steph. When you seen him in transition, he was looking for Steph. It's not like he had the ball and he was looking for the big to set that little drag screen. He was looking for Steph first. He wasn't looking for the big man to set the screen. So he's falling straight in line with the team. And if you could see what goes on, and he's like, yo, this is really working. Like, we seen it work without me. Now it's working with me. Let me just fall in line. So there might be a chance where he just sit there and accept the bench, or at least start. Like I said, I'm Steve Curry. Oh, you start a little 2-3 minutes, man. Get your little warm up in real quick and sit your ass down so you can have your starter starter record.
I don't know. I don't think I'm starting him though. I'm gonna be totally honest.
I don't want to. I wouldn't either because it make them too small. And
yeah,
mess up
and then it kind of messes up your flow too because it's like you would have to start it all off the rip small ball because Loon's not gonna be able to go out there. It's gonna be Draymond, and then Wiggs is gonna have to move up, which is fine. But you're asking them to start the first because they're not gonna sub for like the first 5 or 6 minutes. I mean, realistically,
they're gonna get a flow,
right? So I don't know. I wouldn't start him. It would just I would more than likely I would call him in for Curry. Give Curry his first rest, stagger it, leave Steph leave Clay and Wiggs out there. Draymond sub out for what's his face? What's the other kid that they got, the young boy?
Nah, that's it. That don't work, bro, because
and don't they got Rudy Gay now.
What I was gonna say is that don't work because Steph Curry, he plays a whole first quarter.
Usually, but this would give him a chance to kind of rest for
But that's the thing, like, you know, I'm a Warriors person, so I'll be listening to all their stuff, and the reason why they do that is it gets him his flow, and he feels better with this rotation. At first, it felt funny, but he feels better with this rotation and how it's played. So they're gonna definitely have Steph Curry out there. But the thing about it is, you stagger Clay or Draymond, because at the end of the day, they're overlapping positions. Well, overlapping roles as a playmaker on the floor. Right. So it's like you don't need them both at the same exact time. And then you still got Looney, you still got Wiggins out there and things like that. So it's like, and then it has CP still. You can have CP situated with a ball handler, or situated as a playmaker with the young boys and getting them in line, or Draymond. So it's like it works that way.
I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that at all. I mean, I want to see exactly what Kerr does. I think the off season, then picking up Rudy Gay, they got Gary Payton the third back. I think that with all the pieces that they have, I mean, they're deep. I think this is the deepest they've been in a while.
So I don't know. I don't think they're gonna reinvent the wheel though. I think they're just gonna literally drop him in. I mean, the idea is probably just to drop him in Jordan Poole's minutes, give him a little bit more.
But Jordan Poole was averaging like what, 24, 23, 24 minutes?
Yeah, and the thing about it is like, yo, these guys are old, bro.
Yeah.
So it's like,
especially so CP3 is the oldest one on the team now.
Bro, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like you're old. Like you gotta just understand, like, you want to get a flow and understanding the system with everybody, but man, ain't nobody trying to burn you out. We trying to win a championship.
Yeah. I'm trying to have you healthy for the playoffs.
Yeah, exactly. We know how you get when it comes to 82 games, man.
Yes,
once you hit 83, and your hamstrings start to hurt.
My hamstrings hurt for.
Like you said, I think we both kind of in a situation where he shouldn't start, but I feel like they probably had started him just because, you know what I mean, his starting streak. But man, listen, you got to eat that bullet, CP.
Yeah. Sometimes, especially when you go into a new team that's already established, and it's not like he's a top end talent. It's not Giannis coming. You know what I'm saying? With Giannis, it's a no-brainer. Like Wiggs, you coming in, Wiggs, like okay, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I digress. On to this Harden situation.
Oh man,
Mr. Harden was spotted in Houston.
His favorite place.
Personal, what is they say? Personal reasons. Yeah, that he's out right now. Does the situation ever get resolved? Because he was just at practice.
And listen, look, I ain't gonna lie. Look, it's like this, right? I currently have a seasonal job, right? I'm just working. I'm working at a job for a season. We was at work, and it's security. We ain't supposed to have our phones on us. People had their phones on them. So at the end of the shift, and you're gonna sit here like, wow. At the end of the shift, they sat there and wanded people down to make sure they ain't nobody had their phones. I'm like, yo, we grown out here.
Right.
So the very next, I promise you, the next week, you know how fast I was ready to call out. Because I'm like, yo, we grown. Like, what the hell? So if the situation ain't working for you, you know how fast James Harden be like, yo, you know what? I probably don't want to go today. They got money. I'm gonna fly out to Houston. So he just not happy with the situation too. At the back of it,
yeah.
But he'll still go because at the end of the day, when I was ready to call up, but I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go, whatever. So that's what Harden was on. He went the first few, like, whatever, it is what it is. And he still feels some type of way. So he's like, man, I don't feel like going today. Like, that's just how it is when you're not happy with a certain situation, shit just blows your mind.
Yeah.
You be like, man, I don't feel like going.
I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that explanation. I feel like there's two sides to the coin. So it's like when you're looking at it from Harden's perspective, but then you also got to look at it from his teammates' perspective, because you got, of course, when you go to the media room, first question that they're gonna ask, which they did as Joel, how you feel about Harden being out? Like, where's Harden? And you know, I commend Harden. I commend him because he was like, look, I don't know. Maybe he has something to do. Maybe he's doing something right now. Like, I don't know. But you know, it's you're putting ultimately your teammates in a rough spot. And this brings up the point I made the last time we spoke about this, where it's like when you have a situation like this where you have it's not just this team that's looking at it. You know what I'm saying? It's potentially whoever you get traded to that's looking at it. You're looking at the other teammates too. And then you got teammates that's like that may even go to the front office, say to the GM, like, yo, please don't trade for Harden. Like, we don't need him here. Like, we're trying to get this thing going, and we don't need that type of, you know, even if he comes in, he's on some real, like, professional, like, it's only a matter of time. Like, what happens if one thing goes wrong? You know, it's like it's a ticking time bomb at this at this point.
It's legit the Kyrie effect,
right? So you're looking at it from that perspective, and it's just like, I understand how Harden may feel in this situation, and yeah, he wants out, but you are the one that created the situation, and now every single team, every single coach, every single GM, every single player is looking at this situation, and yeah, they may rock with you off the court, like, yeah, I'll meet up with you in Paris. Let's go to Fashion Week, and yeah, let's chill. But when it comes to being on the court, like, can I really trust you? Can I trust? I don't pass you the ball one time, you're gonna get my coach fired. Like, that's literally probably. I mean, that's what I would think. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why that would be going through my head. Like, damn, did I get my coach fired?
Get Nash up out of there.
Right. So it's tough, man. It's a tough situation. But if I'm the organization, if I'm Daryl Morey, I don't care where you want to go. I really don't. Best offer, not even best offer. What's the offers on the table right now? That's where you're going. Period. Whatever offer comes on the table, because I can't have this division in my locker room. I can't have the media asking my star player where you are. You know what I'm saying? Like, and this is and it's always gonna be the star player. It's always gonna be Joel. It's always, he gets traded to, let's say, LA. It's gonna be LeBron. You know, he gets traded to the Knicks. It's gonna be whoever comes to the media room, because there's no stars in New York. But you know what I'm saying? You know, but nah, it'll probably be Randall. But look, what I'm saying is, wherever he goes, that's gonna be the question. And even when he's there and everything is good, that's gonna be the question. Is Harden happy here? Do you feel any tension between you and Harden? Those are tough questions to bring back with you to a locker room where you're trying to gel. You're trying to compete for a championship. You're trying to compete for the dance. That's tough, man.
Yeah, and stars always put themselves in position, because I swear this was like a thing that happened like the Mellow. Certain people didn't want to get him because, you know, having him come off the bench. You know that they're gonna have me off the bench, P, and all that talks and everything. Like, yo, nobody want to deal with that. And the
And
thing
even
is,
when
we
Melo
came to
said,
play
"I'm cool with
basketball."
coming off the bench," like I'm good. Like I just want to ball, bro. I just want to.
But that's the thing for like that week. That was the conversation. Like, yo, we came here to play ball, so it's like, yo, everybody wants to avoid that. Everybody wants to avoid that. The Dame in Portland, they wanted to avoid that. They didn't want to have him when the season started because they wanted to avoid that. Let Scoot Henderson do his thing.
A constant distraction. And when you're sitting there, when you got to worry about. When you got to worry more about your answers because they get prepped and all that, they gotta go through what answers and these are the questions that you might be asked or whatever. So now you gotta prep. Now you in the media room thinking about the stuff when really you should be thinking about, all right, what happened last game? What went wrong? What went right? What are we gonna do in this next game? Like I'm trying to look forward to the next game. I'm not trying to be sitting here discussing something that has nothing to do with what we're doing on the court.
Yeah, exactly. Because I don't want to be playing the game in a post game. One of the questions is, do you think y'all would have played better if James Harden actually showed up for this game?
Right? Do you think you guys lost because James Harden didn't fly back with you and he stayed in Houston for the night? I don't know. I don't know. I can't. I don't know. I don't know. But I'll tell you what.
What's up?
I didn't score enough points. I didn't score enough points. We lost the game. Like he wasn't here. He wasn't here. But I'm here. What's up? Like it's tough, man. It's tough, and I feel for them. I feel for all of them. But I more feel for the star players because they're the ones that has the spotlight on them. So you have Joel, who he's a likable guy. He likes to joke around with the media, and it's just like, dang, like I can't even really fully be myself because I gotta be this robot because you're not here and I gotta answer questions about you. That's tough. That's tough. That's like me. Like, so so what's up with Swag and bro? Like Swag's not here. Like you know what I'm saying? Like would I even talk about that stuff? I know. Shout out to Swag though. Shout out to I love you, bro.
Yeah.
But
we play NBA 2K, so that's what we referring to.
Yeah, it's tough, man. I feel like this situation is just like what I would, in my opinion, and that's why sometimes I wish it was kind of like football where you could just like release a player and it's just like, because you really can't do that in the NBA. Like you can't just outright release him. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a whole rigmarole that goes on with releasing players.
Okay.
So if you was in that situation, like, and you just release him and it's just like, all right, well, he's a vet. He's not going to go on waivers. He's going to, he doesn't have to be claimed or anything like that. And then let him decide where he's going to go because I don't want to deal with this. Yeah. And at the end of the day, they're going to end up having to pick up his contract. So, or buy him out. Like that's literally the only thing you could do at this point. Buy him out because that's what the NBA does. They buy out your contract. So that's what I'll be in that situation where I'm gonna buy you out, and we're just gonna have to move on. We're gonna have to figure this thing out on our own, and whatever team gets you.
Yeah.
But I guarantee you, there's not 31 teams lined up looking to have this man on the roster.
Nah. I mean, last time he checked, he thought he had Houston. Houston said, "No, we ain't dealing with it."
Yeah, we're not dealing with it. What team right now is dealing with that? There's dysfunctional teams in the league that's not trying to deal with this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, you see Houston, they shipped out Porter quick. He gone.
Yeah.
He gone. He got traded and then released. As soon as he got there,
ain't nobody dealing with that stuff nowadays, man.
Don't even show up. Don't even put on
too much. And like we had to talk a while ago, it's too much player empowerment, and these GMs are coming back to reclaim their spot. They trying to have it more of a even playing ground, and they ain't playing now.
And it's not fair for the team, and it's not fair for the players either.
Yeah,
we're looking at it from just.
Yeah, from the macro, not the micro, not just you. We're looking at the whole thing, the whole bigger picture.
Because you gotta. I need my players to go out there and feel like, one, they belong here, and two, that we're all in this together. And when there's one person that's separated from the group, that can't be. I don't care how star of a play. Kobe could have been the biggest. Mike was the biggest, jerk and a-hole, whatever. But at the end of the day, he let them know, like, I got your back, regardless. I'm there. Practice. Yeah, I'm gonna talk crazy. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna talk crazy. I'm gonna dunk on you. I'm gonna do all of that. But I'm just preparing you because I don't want them doing it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's tough, man. It's tough. If you could see any team in the league right now that could put up with it, what team would it be?
Bro, I don't see no team, honestly. Because I be thinking of it as GM mindset, and I ain't dealing with it.
But would you trust?
I am not.
Would you trust LeBron enough to get him in shape?
No, I'm not trusting nobody. He couldn't do it for the MVP. This is the MVP. He won MVP this year. And you telling me you couldn't do it for Joel Embiid? The funny, cool guy, you ain't gonna do it for me.
Yeah, that's
you
crazy.
You out here playing the game for yourself.
You out here, you have the number one player in the league currently, MVP, number one player coming into the league, and you won't even get in shape for him. Like, he is your best shot at winning a ring right now, currently.
Best shot.
And you wanna go somewhere else. All that to me just means like you're just after money.
Yeah, and I would even say money. I just say out for yourself. Like, yeah, you might want to win, but you want to win on your terms.
Nah, there's no way that you want to win.
There's no way you could win on your terms.
Yeah, there's no way.
Not you gotta sacrifice.
Yeah.
You can't win on your terms. You're not that guy anymore. Maybe when you was in Houston, if you had got the right guy, and you would have been more, you know what I mean? More willing for a change and let other people rock too as well. You could have probably won. But you was out for yourself.
Look how many bridges you burned. And it's not like, he's had 3 Hall of Fame teammates.
So it just can't be them. It's gotta be the common denominator.
They blame Chris Paul. Wasn't Chris Paul. They blame Russ. Wasn't Russ. They even blame John Wall. John Wall came at the end of the dysfunction, and you still blame John Wall. Like, it's not him. Like, they blame Melo. Oh, Melo don't like the touches when he's on the floor with Harden. Bro, it's not Melo. Melo was cool. Melo was averaging like 14 off the bench, bro. Going crazy. Oh, I got green light off the bench, coach. Cool. Put me in, coach. I'm good. Oh, and it's D'Antoni. It's cool. I'm all right with him. I don't know, bro. I
don't know. Harden, to me, it's a lost cause for the guy, bro.
Harden is hard.
It's too late in his career for him to be acting like this.
Bro, wait. You could say like he had the opportunity to act like this when he was in Houston, the MVP level Harden. Yeah. But once that went down, once you got to Brooklyn, you're not MVP Harden no more. You're secondary playmaker. You're the second, maybe third option, depending on who's on the floor. You're not him no more. You're not the guy that I'm gonna count on to hit that last bucket. You're the guy that I pass to, so you could pass it to the guy that's gonna make that last bucket. And then on top of that, you have nothing to show for in the playoffs at all. In the playoffs, you shrink. You're a shell of yourself. You're a regular season player.
And that's it.
And if the championship was won in the regular season, I guess he would have a ring.
Yeah.
It's not, it's not. But man, all right, let's go off this harder stuff, man. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's harder like that, man. But anyways, yeah, so the season starts next week. We'll be here live for you guys, discussing new things. We got some new pieces that's coming this season. I promise. I know kind of haywire, but we got some pieces that's coming. It's gonna come together nice, and we'll hopefully have a new intro next week. Hopefully. Oh, I'm working on it. I'm working on it right now.
He hates my intro. I don't know what I did.
We gonna get it together. We gonna get it together, man. But yeah, man. No, X, take us out, bro.
All right, y'all already know the vibes, man. Like, share, sub, and all the above. Your boys are signing out, baby.
See y'all next week, man.